Hey everyone, welcome to my video. Travel with me to London. I'm staying at the Pub Love, which is right above a bar, and it was pretty cool. I paid a total of 104 quid or pounds, however you call it, for a total of 4 nights staying in London. Then we went into Buckingham Palace. Of course, you have to see all the touristy spots when visiting London. It was very interesting. It reminded me a lot of DC, seeing the White House. London is pretty much just, DC, since they're both the capitals of their respective countries. But it was very interesting to finally see it. I've only ever seen it on TV, so it was nice actually getting to be on the ground, looking at it in person. Very beautiful, I'd say so myself. Then it started raining, but of course it's London, so it's expected. I just forgot to bring my umbrella, which was pretty dumb of me. So I got a little bit drenched, a lot drenched, but no matter, you dry off anyways. Then I went to the Tube, which is London's underground subway system. It's a must-do if you're visiting, of course. It's the oldest subway system in the world. I got hungry. Then after eating, I saw this anime shop, which I was pretty bummed out because it would have been cool to check out, but I was already pretty full, and I don't like boba either. I didn't want to drink that. But maybe next time when I visit London. Then I visited the British National Museum, which is insane. It has a bunch of artifacts such as the Rosetta Stone, which I learned in 5th grade, and a lot of Greek architecture. Honestly, it's a lot overwhelming because there's so many artifacts from all over the world, and you have to remember, the sun never set on the British Empire because it was just so massive. So naturally, you're going to have a lot of historical facts from different countries in this museum, which is insane. There's no way you can do it in a day or a few hours. So it would have taken me probably like a whole week just to see every single thing, which I didn't have time, nor did I want to really. But I just saw some of the stuff that I wanted to see, and then I was out of there. Right after the British Museum, I decided to visit the Sea Life Aquarium, which is right next to the London Eye, the famous Ferris wheel in London. And I really like the aquarium. I'm a big aquarium guy. I love marine life. I'm a scuba diver, and I've always been interested in the ocean, so naturally I just like the aquarium so much to offer. I spent like an hour there. I think it's beautiful. It's not a stingray. Actually, I don't know. I don't really know my fish that much, even though I took a class when I was in college. I barely passed it. But yeah, it was very beautiful. I highly recommend it if you're into Sea Life Aquarium, because you can't really get that much in Europe compared to when I was living in California, just because you're not really next to the ocean as much. But I really like this one. Look at these nurse sharks. They're mating. They're doing their mating ritual. I'm not sure what they're doing, but it looks pretty cool. Now we have Elizabeth Tower, and Big Ben is actually the name of the clock, not the tower itself, which I learned on a tour. And of course we have MI6, which they blew up in Skyfall. James Bond 007 works there. And now I'm showing you my room in the hostel I was staying in. 3 beds. Normally I only been to one with 2 bunk beds, but that one had 3. And none of my stuff got stolen, which I know a lot of people are afraid of, but that's my bed. And of course the next day, you can't start your day in London without eating an English breakfast, and it was so much. Very delicious. He gave me this, the owner of the shop, to eat. Too bad I'm so full. And unfortunately, we're not allowed to bring food inside the hostel room, so I'm gonna take a bite, but I'm gonna have to throw it away. But it's pretty cool. That's very nice of him. Then I decided to tour Kensington Palace, which is one of the many palaces in England. This is where Queen Victoria lived. The inside, you enter it, then you take a left, enter the 2nd floor, and you start with Queen Victoria's birthplace, all the history of all the royal families. Very interesting, They were definitely old money. Then we have this old clock, which surprisingly moved. I was very surprised. I didn't really expect it to move, but it calculates the wind since it was raining and also windy a lot. This is the room filled with much artifacts. Queen Victoria's old toys. They weren't any Legos or Hot Wheels, but I'm guessing they got the job done. and a beautiful garden dedicated to Princess Diana. Very beautiful. I really liked it. It's a nice walk right outside Queen Victoria's palace. Yeah, let me talk to Prince Williams. Yes, Prince Williams. Oh yeah, you know who this is. Sure, I'll hold. This building right here is the Natural History Museum, which is insane. I love the Gothic architecture. I mean, just look at this. This is the blue well, the skeleton of a blue well. Very massive, as you can see the entire building from the inside. A lot of information as well can be very overwhelming. I spent about 2 hours there. And of course I had to see the Elizabeth Tower again, up close this time. Ah yes, justice is served. In London, not the US. Yeah, this fish and chips was trash, and honestly I was really not surprised considering so many people sold it and it was just disgusting. So I ate a nice hot dog and it made up for it. This hot dog was really good. It's okay everybody, I have approved London. I give it a thumbs up, so I highly recommend you visit. Of course you have my fans waving at me. They knew I was in London, so that was pretty cool of them.
Boats, give them a wave, hopefully we'll get one back. There we go. Sailors would be on their boats here, they'd leave this port and possibly not return for 5 years. So they'd be on their upper decks waving, and they'd have their families on the bridge above waving back at them, and then that would give everyone on the boat 5 years good luck. So we've just got 5 years good luck. So we're going to go around now. The bridge started to lift. He didn't know what to do, so he floored it and he went for it, and his bus vaulted the bridge as it was starting to open, and he landed on the other side. Everyone on the bus was safe. He was hailed a national hero. He was given 10 whole English pounds and a day off work. Story don't stop there though, because on that bus were 2 people who were getting married later that year. He ended up driving.
So after that tour, I decided to go up the London Eye, and this is a view from up there. It's a nice view, very beautiful. Of course I had to give it another crisp thumbs up. So yeah, this bar, the Four Thieves bar, was about like a 10-minute walk from my hostel. The vibes were there. It was an arcade type bar and it was really cool. I highly recommend it. This was the actual bar itself that I stayed at the hostel, right on top of it. These are a few photos that I took from London. Had to get it from the security guard with Big Ben, Kensington Palace. So yeah, it was very fun. I really recommend y'all visit London, especially if you're with friends. You know, I'm sure it would be a lot more cooler like that. But let me know what y'all think. Let me know if y'all visited or have any other recommendations. Thank y'all for watching. See y'all next time. Peace out.